What is good, YouTube? Another day, another video. Obviously, we done seen Donovan Mitchell defy the odds, not being drafted in the top 10 to Rodney Hood gets traded. Guys get injured. Opening is there. Takes advantage of the opening. Plays like a veteran. Plays smart. Closes game. Has confidence. Takes over games. Will his team to winning. Have broke some rookie records. Averaged 20 points when starting off at Settle, working his way all the way up the charts to end the season with 20 points a game as an average. One minute he was averaging 16, 17, 18, then he worked his way up to passing 20 and finished the season with 20. But as much as we have to give him credit for having a spectacular rookie season and helping his team win, obviously Gobert was a part of that, and the rest of the teammates stepped up when they needed to. And the thing that surprised us the most is that I even said that I think Utah should draft. Go back and watch my mock draft. I'm not gonna give you a link, but go back and watch it. But I said I would take Donovan Mitchell if I'm Utah, but I didn't know that he'd have this much of a role because I seen Hood. I seen Alec Burke. I told you guys he can play. I seen Exum, and I'm looking like he might not get enough time. He might not break the rotation. He might be a six man in the future, but I did not see him coming in the league with little experience, little knowledge, really little preparation. And to get that spotlight and get that opportunity, we done seen some guys. Remember, I picked Chris Dunn to win Rookie of the Year. Ricky Rubio goes down and he flopped in a moment. And you see a guy like Donovan Mitchell come out there and play spectacular. Then he becomes a starter for the rest of the season. Then they go in the playoffs and beat Russell, Paul George, two All-Stars on the same roster. And most likely, two All NBA players. Paul George might get third team. If he don't, Russell is definitely going to be All NBA first or second team. I had him on my second team. But it show you how tough it is to be a guard, especially in the West when everybody know that you're the best player. They definitely key in on you. They scout you. They have reports about you, and they prepare to. Donovan Mitchell likes to do this. He likes to do that. He likes to go left. He likes to go right. He likes to shoot a three. He likes to do the pull up. And Donovan Mitchell was able to figure out that with the help of Quinn Snyder and the coaching staff and the developmental staff to find out how to stay effective, how to stay consistent, and how to manage your body, be a professional. He had to learn all these things this year with little preparation, and he was able to hold that mantle. I definitely, like you guys know, I picked him to win Rookie of the Year, but going and looking in the playoffs and seeing that they beat OKC, I had OKC winning that series because I feel like they had nobody other than Donovan Mitchell that can score consistently. And it was a team effort, and you have to give credit to Quinn Snyder for knowing that he has a weapon like Donovan Mitchell, but still trusting the system, trusting his players. And Donovan Mitchell even showed in Houston and some games against OKC that he can be more than just a scorer. He had a game with 11 assists. He had a game with 11 and 10 rebounds. He scored while still being able to distribute the ball. He averaged 6 assists a game against the Rockets because you guys know Ricky Rubio went down. He had a game where he shot 20. He had 24 points. He gave you 9 assists while still shooting 52% from the field in a game that they got closed out. And remember, he actually outscored the Rockets by himself as a rookie, playing against the best team in the NBA, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA with solid individual players, and he did it against Paul George. Remember, he hit some big baskets on one of the best perimeter defenders that we have in the league. And to put even more credit to him is that Donovan Mitchell only 6'3", 215. You know, Paul George is 6'8", 6'9", long, lanky, athletic, and he was giving him the work. I'm not going to make it seem like he's better than Paul George, but I was watching some TV, and people say, you know, Donovan Mitchell is a superstar. I'm not going to go that far. I feel like, you know, Victor Oladipo proved that he can make a huge impact offensively and defensively and carry a team. Not really carry, but be a big contributor on a good winning team. And I feel the same way about Donovan Mitchell is the coach asked a lot of him for a guy that was this was his first year, and he was able to fulfill those promises and deliver. And even the fans and even Quinn Snyder was surprised that he was able to do these things in the season. But I definitely want to think like long term. You have a 6'3" shooting guard that is a little undersized, but he played with a lot of heart and desire and confidence that you have to give him credit that he has the wingspan, he has an athletic ability, he's not scared of no moments. And he played in the biggest stage, which is the NBA playoffs, and he had a solid run, even though he did run into some shooting problems, which we're gonna talk about right now. He did break the record for most threes in the season by a rookie. But honestly, he's a decent respectable 3-point shooter. He shot 25% against Houston with length and size and athleticism. He had averaged about 7 threes a game in that series and only made 25% of them. The highest percentage he shot in that series was 28% from three. Obviously, he struggled from the field, shooting 36% for the whole entire series. Now, you can go back and look at the OKC series also. You have a lanky, long defender like Corey Brewer and Paul George, and he was able to give you 28.5 points a game while still shooting a respectable 36% and 46% from the field, and shot 53% from the field and 62% from three while making 5 of his free throws and going for 38 points in a closeout game against two all-star players on the court against him, and he was able to outplay them and outshine in the biggest moments and get his team a win. That's something you see from a superstar. That's something you see from a franchise guy that been around for a long time, knowing that he has to take over, knowing when to take over, picking and choosing his shots, but not allowing the defense to dictate all of his shots. But that's something that was even highly impressive. We knew that Donovan Mitchell can play because he proved that over the course of the season. His numbers kept going up and improving, but we never knew that he'd be closing out Russell and Paul George, average going for 38 on efficient numbers all across the board and doing it on the biggest stage in a closeout game. Even though he did do it again against the Rockets, so you knew it wasn't fake, it wasn't lucky, or he was just a phase or a trend or a gimmick. The guy showed that he can play. He deserved our respect. To me, I picked him for Rookie of the Year. He had to carry majority of the offensive burden, and even against Houston and OKC, he had to carry even more because Ricky Rubio went down. So he had to carry the scoring and the distributing while still trying to guard and play the best offense he can because they need him to score every possession. But he still does need to continue to work on his range. I feel like he rushed a little bit too much on his three. I feel like he gets a little bit too confident and a little egotistical. I can go that far where he takes long distance threes, or even if somebody in his face he'll pull up. That's a little going a little bit too far because you do need to take quality shots and get the best shots you can because you want the job to be easier. You don't want to be out there busting your ass and working real hard to score every point. You want the points to matter. You want the points to count, but you definitely want to do it in the best way you can. Like I said, I'd rather come off a screen and hit an elbow jumper than try to create it off the dribble consistently like James Harden do. But you see, he even fluctuate with efficiency, and we've seen that actually catch up with Donovan Mitchell against the Rockets, where you seen him really trying to do a little too much and trying to be overconfident at times, and it did cost him efficiency wise because he settled for a lot of shots, took a lot of bad shots, and forced up some shots. And you have to give credit to Houston defense, and some of the shots was late in the shot clock, so those shots are really a 75 or 80% chance you will miss it. You're not going to really find too many guys consistently knocking down those shots throughout the game, unless they're like Kevin Durant or LeBron. And they're the most efficient players in the league and dominant scorers consistently for years. So that's a huge standard to live up to. But I definitely want to see the maturation process of a guy like Donovan Mitchell. Will he become a better defender with that athleticism, that speed, that lateral quickness, and that length? Can he master the defensive end? Can he become at least a 5 to 6 assist guy? I know they need him to score, but as his teammates get better, as his relationship with his chemistry and his relationship with his coach, with his teammates also gets better, will he come back to earth? Will he accept his role as the best offensive player on his team? And can he become more efficient, become more smarter, and make the game easier for himself. And that comes with studying footage, that comes with experience, and that comes with having a basketball IQ of you seen this player, you played this player, and you have done it before, so you know what you can get away with and what you can't. And that all comes with experience and being in the league and playing against these players and coaches consistently. And he already passed a lot of tests, especially offensively, especially in the playoffs. And the Utah Jazz, you guys got something very special in this guy, but it do kind of make you wonder, can he be the best player on the team? Can he win you a championship? Even though he did get you out of the first round, we've seen some players do that before, but couldn't really go any further. We even seen Darren Williams, for example, get you out of the first round a couple times. And then, how his career went, and he did play with the Utah Jazz, and he did develop very quickly into one of the best players in the All-Star in this league, even the All-NBA player. So one thing that hurts Donovan Mitchell is he does play in the West against other great guards, so that do hurt and cripple his chances of making the All-Star team. I told you, Lou Williams had a team with a playoff and a winning record and didn't even get close to making it into the All-Star game or All-NBA vote at that. So it's going to take a lot of more preparation, a lot of bit more effort and smarter shot selection for him to take that next step. You have to be dominant consistently to be a superstar. You have to be able to take over offensively and defensively and make plays, whether it's scoring or distributing the ball or just making the right play in general and doing it efficiently and not turning the ball over. But it also takes that consistency of knowing how great you are and doing it on a daily basis when you play and doing it even bigger and taking your game to another level in the playoffs. And he showed signs of those things, but he still got a little ways to go for me. I definitely would say that he has, won a lot of my respect. I knew he was a good player. I knew he was going to be a lottery pick, but I did not know he was going to be this great and this good so often. So fast. And it showed you that, you know, he can be special. But we also done seen players start off like this, like Blake Griffin, average 20 and 10, and now people don't even call him a top 10 player or even one of the best players in the league no more because injuries are a part of the game and decline is a part of the game. And Donovan Mitchell is an older rookie. He's not the average 19, 20-year old. And going into next season, he will be 22. But having a great coach like Quinn Snyder that can put you in those positions and having you get easy shots throughout the system can really help, prepare him for that next step to superstardom, franchise player, leader. And these are things that he showed that he has already. He just has to do it on a consistent basis. And, he has to get better teammates to make his job easier and to have better success in the playoffs against better teams. Because they did, like I said, play the number one seed in Houston. He gave them a fight in the last game. He was able to help them win the game against the Rockets, but he's going to need more help and he's going to have to be more efficient and more consistent, and he's going to have to continue to study the game to get better and make his job a lot easier, smarter, not harder at the end of the day. And I think he'll get it. 20 points is 20 points, but at the same time, you want to do it, where it don't hurt your team as much, and that's not turning the ball over and scoring. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's already a superstar? Do you think he's going to be an all-star next year? Do you think he takes that next step and become a 25-point scorer? Do you think his limit is, being a 20-point scorer, like a CJ McCollum type of guy that can be efficient, take over games, but may not be a superstar, may not be that franchise guy? Or do you see him like a Dwayne Wade, a little undersized for the position, have explosiveness, can shoot when he has to, can take over when he has to, and if he really wants to, probably can help you win the championship with the right pieces. Let me know what you guys think. Quinn Wade basketball analysis. This is just my opinion. This is just my analysis of what I think. And, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. I'm gone. Let me know what you guys think.